Everyone, how are you all? I welcome you all to my HTML lecture series. So, in the last lecture, we have learned how to structure data using tables. So, today we are going to learn one of the most important part of HTML, which is forms. Okay, so forms allow us to take input from user like login details, survey, or registration. So in this lecture, we shall focus on the basic input and basic input elements. So for the forms, since it is a little bit large, so I have categorized into two parts. So this is part one, and the part two will become after this video. So the main contact is like, let me go to the notepad and let discuss the theory part first, and then we will go for the VS Code for the practical demonstration. So the form allows us to take input from the user, as I already have told. So for the main content is like form tag. Okay, so this is one tag and which is used to create an HTML form. Okay, so the attribute of this form should be your action and method. So in the action, like where the data will be sent. Okay. And the method means get like in URL or post like hidden in body. Okay. So action means where data will be sent. And in the method, it is like get in URL. Okay. Or you can say post in link in which hidden in body. It is hidden in body. Okay. So let's take an example. So for that, let me go to the VS Code first. It's opening. I just wait a second. Yeah. So here I have created one file like index.html. So first we'll write like the basic template. We will press the shift and then one. So when we like press shift and one, this option will come. And from that in the title, I can give like what we are learning form, na? So we'll give like form. Okay, form in HTML. Okay, so this is clear. So now we are creating one form. So we will write like form tag, and in the action, I will give like submit. Okay, slash submit, and there is one method. A method I will like give like post. Okay, and in here I can write like from input here. Okay, so for input I can give like the label and the label like I want to give like input as a name, email. Okay, and this is how we have created. So let's see how it will look like. So here see there is the name which I can fill like Siddharth, and in the email I can fill like my sid@email.com, and I can submit it from here. Okay, so because here I have given the action like in the submit, it should be go. So the submit is not created. That's why here it's showing like file not found error. Okay, so this is how the form works. Okay, so the next thing is like labels. Here, see, I have written the labels now. So how it work basically? So label is we are writing for the C. I'm showing you here only. So see, here the name is came na. So this is the label. Okay, so the form what I am creating, so what should be the label of that? Okay, So that's why we are using the form. And the next is like input. Okay, so in the input, what I am taking it. Okay, so in this I am taking the text input. So because name is your text only na, so we have taken the text and we have given some ID like name, and name is equal to name, and it is required. So without filling this, if you will click on the submit button, it will give like please fill this out first. Okay, so in email, we are given like the type is email. Okay, type is email means if you will write like here, if you will give your name, Sid, and if you will give like anything, no, so it will give like please include @ in your email address. Okay, so what it means basically, it will check what is the format of the email and it will match it. If it will match, then it will submit the form, otherwise it won't. Okay. So let's create one another for the input for the password. Okay, label, and for password. Okay, for password I have created, and here I will write like password. Okay, and see here I have created it for the password, and see here the password came, and now I will create one input field. So input type is your password and name is like password. Name is like password and ID is the same thing. Let me give like password, and this also is required. Okay, so just save it and give one BR tag because the submit button should come below. So BR I have given. Okay, so see what happened when I will given the type is as password, so whatever I will write it should come in the dot form. Okay, but here what happened, it you can see like what we are writing, but when I will give the type like password, so it won't allow me to show that what I am writing. Okay, so it will come in the dot form. So this is about the password. So the next one is like type is equal to radio. So let's understand it what it is. So radio is basically used for the suppose you have to feel like your gender. Okay. So sometimes in the form like you have seen like there is one radio button or some button. Either you can press male or female or others. Okay. So three is there. So same how we can create it. Okay. So for the input, I will give like input type. I will give like radio. Okay. So see here the one radio is created. You can press here on this. Okay. And what I will do, I will give the ID. ID ID is equal to male. Okay. And we will give the name. Name like in the name I will give like gender. Okay. And value is equal to I will give like male. Okay. Okay. So in the input I have given this, and in the label uh, in the label I will write it like for the male, and the label is your male. Okay, so see here the male is created same like this. I will create it for the female also. Female. So here let me change like female, and in the ID also I will give like female, and the name gender and value is equal to female. So after this I will give like BR and one more BR. So yeah, see here it came like either we can select male or female. Okay, so this is how it works, the radio button. So the next is like your checkbox. Okay. So sometimes you have seen like there is some checkbox and you can select the multiple options. Okay. Suppose your online exam you are giving and in that some MCQ came and in some MCQ like you can select the multiple options also. Okay. Multiple correct options. So for that, how can we create that? So for that, let me write it down. So for that we are input like we are taking the input and input in the type like checkbox. So see here the checkbox is created. Okay. And the name ID, yeah, literally for now. And the value that all the secondary part label means I agree to the term and condition. Okay, so this is how you can create the label. So let me open in the browser. So see, when you are filling some form now, so that time you have to click like I am agree with the form, like what are the condition has written. I am these all are correct, and you are submitting that form. Okay, so this is how your checkbox work. Okay, so that is about the today video. We have learned the basic of the HTML forms. So today we have created the input and the password field, radio button, and checkbox. So in the next lecture, we shall continue with the frame in the form part 2, where we shall learn about the text areas, drop down buttons, and some of the useful input attribute like placeholder and required. Okay, so stay tuned and don't forget the link, don't forget the like and subscribe our YouTube channel and share it with your friend. Okay. So by this hope, see you in the next video. तब तक के लिए keep learning and keep exploring. Bye bye.